Shalom, my name is Arieh King. I'm a director in the Israel Land Fund, and I came here to Canada, Montreal and Toronto, and in the continuation of this week I will be visiting in New Jersey and in New York. One of the purposes of my visit this time to North America is to find Jews that their grandparents purchased land in the land of Eretz Israel 90 years ago, 80 years ago, and this land that was purchased by the Jews at 1920, 1922, 1930, 38, till 1946, Jews purchased land in the land of Eretz Israel. Those days it was not part of Jerusalem. It was not part of Jerusalem. It was areas out of Jerusalem. It was areas between Jerusalem and Hebron, between Jerusalem and the Dead Sea, between Jerusalem and the city of Ramallah. But today at 2019, these lands are in Jerusalem, are part of the municipality area of Jerusalem and part of Israel. Unfortunately, what we found out in the last 2-3 years is that Arabs that knew that these properties belonged to Jews, Arabs invaded to this land belonged to Jews, and not just they invaded by planting olive grove and planting other trees, they started even to submit building permit and to build and to sell to a third parties properties that really belong to us, to the Jewish nation, for almost 90 years. And when I faced the first situation of such property in south of Jerusalem, in a neighborhood called Bet Safafa, I found out that the people that purchased the land 90, 80 years ago are people that lived in North America. Some also in England, but most of them from Canada and from United States. From Chicago to Milwaukee, to New York, Brooklyn, in California, from San Francisco. And here also, we found people from Montreal and from Canada. We have their names. We have their names. You see this green package of papers that I have here. This is list. This is land registry of Jews that lived in Jerusalem, didn't live in Jerusalem, but they purchased the land for ideology reasons, I'm sure. And today, their land is very strategic in Jerusalem, and it's very important for us to find these Jews. These Jews are not alive, of course, but their grandchildren and great-grandchildren are alive, and some were living here in Toronto or in Montreal, and maybe even made Aliyah. But we know them as Mr. Levy from Canada or Mr. Lewis from United States. And it's time to find them, because if we will not find them, and the Arabs know that the land belongs to them, we will lose more and more land. That is so crucial for the future of the Jewish people in Jerusalem. This is why we need to find these people as soon as possible, and to give them this information, and to help the Jews to get back their land, and hopefully to get back Jews to the land, and to settle on the land, and to build on the land. Okay. So I have here with me, I brought here with me names of Jews that lived in Canada that we know that that they are the owners. We have the land registry, that it's written on their name, and I can tell you the year that they, Yitzchak Mordechai Deutsch and his brother, I think it's his brother, Yosef Deutsch, both of them at the year at the date the 26th of February 1939. They purchased the land in Jerusalem. .600 square meter land in a place called Sharafat, that is very close to the Teddy Stadium in south of Jerusalem. It's part of Jerusalem. I will give you another example of another name. Richter. Richter, I don't know if it's Richter Goose or Richter Geese, because it's written, Richter, Mr. Richter, owned 2 plots. One, his name is written in Hebrew, Richter Goose, Gimel Vav Samech, and another land registry, he owned another land, it's written Richter Geese, Gimel Yod Samech. But these 2 plots that he purchased were purchased at the date of 31 of March 1934. Richter is from Canada, somewhere in Canada, and he owns still this land, not him, but his family. We need to find it. We have Steiner, Leib Wolf Steiner. That's at the date of 27 of October 1930, purchased a land in Sharafat also. We have Archie Zaks. It's a very non-common name. Archie Zaks. If you know somebody that has this name, Archie Zaks, so he bought at 31 of December 1935, he bought a land in what is today Yerushalayim. Those days it was not part of Jerusalem, but today it is. And it's important land where Archie Zaks have his land is, because it's a place where, if you're asking me from checking this land, his heirs can even build there. They can build there maybe 20, maximum between 10 to 20 apartments on Archie Zaks' property that is in the south of Jerusalem. We have another person, Nachum Tzvi Yofe. Nachum Tzvi Yofe, that the 21st of August 1934 purchased the land also in south of Jerusalem in an area called Bet Safafa. We have Asher Levin. Asher Levin, that at 8 of October 1937 purchased a land of 730 square meter. We have something very unique. Somebody from Canada that we have even his ID, or part of his ID. His name is Mendy Joseph. Mendy Joseph, by the way, didn't purchase this land at 90 years ago or 80 years ago. He purchased, at least he was registered as the owner not so far from today. At 19 of August 1981. 81, I'm talking about somebody, his name is Mendy Joseph, that at 1981 was registered as the owner of a land in Jerusalem. His ID number is 812046. 812046. If it is all of his ID or part of his ID, I don't know. But in the in the land registration, it's mentioned that this is his ID, Canadian ID, Mendy Joseph. So this is just a few examples. We have Diamond family, we have Levin family, we have Lewis family. So many Jews own land in what today is Jerusalem, and 90 years ago was somewhere in the Judea mountains. And they bought it, I'm sure, from Zionist reasons, from ideology. And it's time for the earth to take next step. After 90 years, it's time to take the next step and to use the land and to bring Jews to live on the Jewish land, because if Jews will not sit there and develop the place, Arabs would do it in an illegal way, like they already started doing. So we are at the Israel Land Fund. We are calling anyone that know about somebody that is named like I mentioned before, or if you have any information that we don't know yet about some Jews that own the land in East Jerusalem, we are in the Israel Land Fund would be more than happy to assist and to let the Jews get back their land, and B'ezrat Hashem, to see Jews returning to their land, building and living in what was purchased 90 years ago. Thank you.